Okay, let's start. Hawak ni Sandino yung pusa niya.
Yes, ito si Blue na
Si
nakikidot.
Blue. Teka, kunin ko si Angus.
Yeah. Ay,
Yes.
may Miming.
Di ba?
Ay, may Miming.
Ayun, may pumapasok
Opo,
pa.
Miming.
Kasama
Tingin
sila sa
tayo.
consultation. Oo.
Siyempre. Siyempre. Yan ba yung na-confine?
Oo.
Ni Miming?
Okay na siya ngayon.
Na-confine ang Miming.
Ako yung pusa ko natutulog na.
Tulog na.
Kukunin ko na yung 3 itik ko, ha?
Yung itik na lang. Parang gising pa.
Itik may iba naman.
Pero tulog na rin sila.
Sige. Magdi-dinner pa to ng 9 o'clock eh. Okay, good evening. So, congrats in advance. Patapos na tayo sa ating semester. Matagal din yun, no? 16 weeks. Actually, tayo yung last na course na matatapos. Kasi I think late tayo nag-start, no, Bert? So, medyo malilate yung inyong certificates for this one compared dun sa other courses. Ang deadline namin dito is June 9. Yeah, June 9, I think. Yeah, kasi last day natin is June 9. And then we should submit your grades by June 12, Independence Day. Okay, so you have time pa to work on your final project until June 9. But if you can submit earlier para mas marami kaming time to check. Okay, so we will spend this hour for consultation one by one. So okay lang na unti tayo para mabigyan natin ng more attention yung mga projects niyo. So, kung meron kayong gustong i-share, enable ko yung share screen sa bawat isa. And then, I'll just call you one by one and tell us your concerns. And if you want us to look at something, you can share your screen. Sige, let's start with Corazon. Any updates po?
Nag-submit ako ng assignment kasi may problema yung messenger ko rito. Hindi ko alam kung makikita mo. Nandyan yung parang project kong propose.
Saan niyo po sinend?
Doon sa assignment 5.
Doon sa portal po natin.
Sa portal, oh.
Okay po. Check natin.
Pero pwede...
Assignment 5. Sige po, you can go on po habang hinahanap ko po.
ang ano ko lang, ano kasi to parang public place. So, hindi ko kung ako ba, baka lalabas parang invading sa homeowners association ang ano ko. So, mukhang dapat may magpapaalam muna para makakuha ng kuan.
So public space po yung sa inyo po?
Yung napili kong lugar.
Okay po.
Kasi parang kailangan talaga niya ng ng improvement. Sayang yung space kasi.
Teka po, na-open ko na. Ito, okay. Share ko yung screen. Ayan, kita nyo po. So,
Ayan.
Ang concern nyo po ay kung papayagan kayong mag-design dito.
Kasi ano siya, yung katabi ko lang, yung blue, nandiyan ako nakatira, tapos yung naka-yellow, yan yung dapat park ng mga bata, mukhang hindi na-develop, ilang years na. Oh,
Ano
kumbaga
po,
kung nataniman lang yan, baka marami na sanang bunga ngayon. Tapos yan,
ano,
another spaces yan. Hindi ko na muna pinraject kasi baka hindi ko kakayanin.
okay po.
Yan.
Yan. Yan yun sa ground. Okay.
Ah,
Bert
kasi
Sandino, anong mapapayo nyo kay Ma'am Corazon for this? Nasa subdivision siya nakatira.
yan yung space of 4 years na, ganyan pa rin ang itsura. Sayang ba? Tapos yan yung mga bahay na maganda
Oh,
sana kung magamit nila yung space. Kasi mainit sa mga bahay nila yung mga bata kung saan sana nagpupunta mga para mamasyal. Eh pwede na isang lugar na lang pasyalan.
mukhang land use issue to. Architect, anong gagawin natin dito?
Kung subdivision, kung hindi man ginagalaw ng homeowners,
Oo.
unlikely na galawin nila anytime soon. So, I
Pwedeng,
think
pwedeng
kapag
pakialaman.
baka pwedeng pakilaman, pakita yung mga drawings na ito yung ideas ko sa next na kami homeowners association next meeting. And dahil I'm sure na madami din mga kapitbahay ang same sentiments, baka it would be nice improvement for them kasi nakita nila
Oo.
may movement.
Kumbaga may
So,
maglilid lang ano.
Opo.
may maglilid lang, may magsasabi lang sa kanila, okay, this is what needs to be done. May plano,
Ako
may
po,
sama na may plano.
tama. Thanks, Sandino. Ako po ang suggestion ko, kung yun po yung gagawin nyo, yung sinuggest ni Sandino, maganda po sana na yung vision dun sa lote ay nakadrawing na.
Okay.
Oo,
Para
kasi
maintindihan nila no kung anong
opo,
gagawin.
mahirap mag-pitch pag di nila nakikita eh. Ikaw, Bert,
Oo.
anong masuggest mo?
Same, I think kailangan talaga yung numbers kasi ginawa ko na rin sa subdivision namin. Once na gumagalaw ka diyan, yan gigising sila lahat. Naiingit na sila kasi gusto na nila sumali. Kung ano-anong marinig mo diyan. So kung wala kang
Oo.
klarong plano, mahirapan ka. So try to get the numbers kung sino pa yung mga homeowners na kilala ko, mga kaibigan mo. Pag-usapan mo muna, ito ang gagawin para at least hindi lang ikaw, kahit ikaw na yung permaculture designer, meron kang kasamang 20 na nasa likod mo na pamilya
Okay.
kasama
Tama.
ka sa pag-ayos. Kasi ang pangalawa, walang pera. So yung ganyan na bagay. So gawa ka ng design na sa paggamit ng konting-konting kakamitan, may magandang output pa rin. Hindi
Mm.
sayang. So kasi yan ang isa sa itatapon din nila sa inyo dapat hindi magiging pangit, dapat walang basura. Kahit yung napakita mo na basura ng mga kapitbahay, kung ikaw gumagawa dyan, ikaw pa magiging may kasalanan dyan. So
Yeah.
dapat
Okay.
i-embed mo na lang talaga sa community, sa mga homeowners.
Kumbaga
Tsaka
sila na no,
oo.
mag-suggest na lang ako.
Tatanong
Mag-suggest
nila
ka.
dyan kung may babayaran ba sila eh.
Oh.
'Di ba?
Pero tama naman si Jebes na gawa ka ng design pero dapat may kasama ka. So yung mga pinaka-close sa'yo, ipapaupo mo lang sila dun sa park, mag-circle of friends kayo sa isang early morning, 5 to 6 para hindi pa mainit. And then pag-usapan nyo, paano siya maging maganda para sa mga anak nyo, para sa mga gustong magtanim. And then
Oo.
may solidong plano and then i-defensa nyo. Isa din na naranasan ko wag ka na malungkot pero once na dinevelop mo siya, papasok na bigla si LGU, yung politiko na gustong magtayo ng mga
Oh.
building. And then kasi may pera sila and then bigla
Oo.
ng clubhouse na nobody needs na clubhouse pero bigla nandun na yung building. So make sure na matibay kayo, kaya nyo i-defensa and then willing din yung pinakamalaking drama mangyari, handa na rin kayo sa malungkot na balita. Pero sana hindi.
Oo,
Sana
kukunin yung idea mo sa kanila
yung
na.
yung pitch mo ay very important. Kung kaya mo idalhin pa sa LGU, hindi lang sa barangay, mas maganda yan. Hindi lang homeowner.
Yes.
Make sure na, kasi may pera naman ng LGU eh. So minsan, para sa mga seedlings, halimbawa, or sa mga sa kiosk na lang, mag-organize ka ng malit na bamboo training para at least may matuto yung mga ibang kasama mo, di ba? Yung mga yan, yung ganun, may pera naman sila doon eh. Pero make a good pitch, tama si Jebes, kasi that's the start na magiging maganda yung
Yes.
Mm.
So, Ma'am Corazon, thanks Bert. Pwede ka mag-resubmit, pwede kahit rough sketch ng magiging vision mo, yung ipe-present mo dun sa mga subdivision mo. Yun yung magandang makita natin po dito.
Okay, sige.
Kahit
Sige.
yung layout po.
Sige.
Ayan. Thank you po. So
At
exciting
least,
yan kasi
Oo.
may potential ma-replicate all throughout the subdivision eh. So susubaybayan ka namin, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay po, thanks.
Okay.
Next, si Annabelle. Thank you, Ma'am Corazon. Si Ma'am
Salamat.
Annabelle. Go ahead po.
So, good evening. Na-submit ko na yung master plan ko na assignment. I know it was delayed kasi nag-start na ako mag-build ng payag sa property where I'm actually doing the project. So, yung ano is, I'm waiting for feedback if there are things na, which of the things sa master plan I can do better. In all honesty, I know the type of designer I am is I design as I go. Hindi siya like I get the whole picture na. So kaya I would need help in assessing if the parts that I included, ano pang pwedeng mabago in the master plan that I submitted.
Ayun. Sige, Bert. Sandino, go ahead.
Hindi ko nakita ko na ba yung master plan? Parang hindi ko pa nakita eh.
I don't yung na feedback mo lang na provide is yung assignment with regards to the business plan, yung and all that, pero the assignment before that is wala pang feedback na provide. It's my fault din, I've been delayed mga for
Pero
40
baka
days.
pwede natin i-flash on screen, baka mas madali eh.
Ay
Ba natin gawin yan?
Sige po, pa-share na lang po.
wait, paano ba? Eto. Sorry. Ayan.
Okay.
Ako nag-check niyan.
Hindi ako.
Oo.
Pero I don't know. I don't know if may something wrong sa Google or meron na bang feedback kasi wala akong na-receive sa email.
Ang
regarding-
feedback ay sa my portal natin yung feedback.
But usually nakaka-receive kasi ng email notification sa Gmail on the feedbacks that have been provided. Kaya I was waiting for the feedback. Sorry.
Pero
Okay lang. Sige, go ahead.
gusto ko lang ikaw na mag-point out kung saan ang feeling mo na hindi siya okay, feeling mo na hindi ka kontento.
I think this part sa my mga filtration pond and all that, I have not really read more or dive really deep into the ponds, but I know isa siyang it is a necessary system I need to put because yung area on the left side ng filtration pond or sa left side yung land na nasa left is mga rice fields, and then usually siya yung ang tawag dyan, doon pwedeng magdaloy ang mga kanang the waste ba from the rice fields, and may creek dyan actually sa may mga filtration pond, but di pa ko if maganda ba rin siyang system to cross with bamboo or with fish and ducks, yung ganyang mga system. So that's part yung hindi pa ako confident about sa design.
Yung lote sa kanan, ito, anong native trees? Anong ibig sabihin yan? Yung kapitbahay mo sa kanan ay native trees?
Isan, which part? Kanan is right.
Yung sa taas nakalagay doon ng native trees na parang isang linya, parang highway, ano yan?
Kasi road right of way po yan, and I wanted
Ah.
to put mga banaba or mga balay-lamok
Okay.
na mga native trees on that road right of way
So
as
yung,
a passage.
yung kalsada ay diretso sa lupa mo.
Yes.
Okay.
But yung issue ko din dyan is the locals are actually making their own road right of way na nag-cross dyan sa may gate until doon sa rice field. So isa rin siyang my concern sa property ngayon is, do I allow, how can I make the design that works for everyone but also protects me as a landowner? So many issues during implementation.
Mhm. Yeah, once na gagalawin mo yung lupa talaga, sumusupot na yung mga reflection. Yung sa wastewater, simple lang naman sa palayan, hindi naman sobrang basura yan. Dapat hindi naman heavy metal contamination eh. So maglalaki ka na lang ng isang shallow pond na with gravel or any charcoal and just make it a wild pond, and then yung susunod na ay yung sayo na. So kung saan pumapasok yung tubig, doon mo na ilalagay yung filtration pond. Yung mga sumusunod, i-monitor mo na lang yung aquatic life. Kung mabuhay, ma-healthy sila, chances are na okay siya. Hindi naman siya masyadong heavy. It's not a big issue. So surrounded ka basically on all sides with rice and coconut lands, parang gano'n.
Yung sa left side is a rice field, yung southern part, yung may sa baba is actually a river. And then yung sa taas is mga may coconuts na
Mhm.
mostly coconuts and banana.
Oo. So, okay naman siya. So bakit yung guest houses yung guest houses ay nasa baba dahil yan ang pinaka forested area, parang gano'n?
Because gusto ko kasi siyang healing space, so depende sa type of healing that you require. If you're parang ang healing mo needs you to be a little bit away from other people, yan sana ang space na ibibigay ko for those kinds of individuals that would need that kind of healing, a little bit away from the kanang more sila na exposed sa nature than being in contact with kanang with the farmers and all that. Pero meron silang sarili sanang small garden that they can pick or harvest from. Hindi naman siya ganun malaki yung property is just less more than half hectare. So it's not really that far, but it's not also that near.
I think yung isang general comment ko, marami kang camping grounds, marami kang kubo, kailangan mo na ng facilities tulad ng CR. So yan ang wastewater na mas delikado pa siguro kaysa sa rice field. So paano mo i-include yan na parang yung drainage, yung septic systems, kung anong pinili mo na compost toilet or kahit ano, gray water, black water, maayos yung filtration niya dun sa loob ng lupa mo. The same for the animals, I guess, kasi marami kang animals pero hindi ko masyadong nakita paano sila magpapakain, saan galing yung pagkain nila. Make sure na everything connects well. No, parang medyo condensed kasi hindi naman siya sobrang laki 6,000 square meter lang. So the nice thing about 6,000 square meter is na you have to intensify and maximize every square inch of it. Pero that can also lead to problems in terms na kulang ka sa pagkain, sobra ka sa tao, yung mga ganyan. So, hanap ka ng balanse para hindi ka ma-overwhelm pag natayo na ito. And then bigla makikita mo na, ay, may kulang, hindi pwede yung gano'n na bagay.
Yes, actually yung plan ko for that is ini-staggered ko yung mga activities. I know before I do introduce livestock, I have to grow for food for them muna, napir, mga kanang Madre de Agua. It's also, I have to figure out where sila best to put those
Yeah.
food plants for them na accessible lang din, na hindi rin kanang aesthetically pleasing din siya. So,
So
more
yung
of green.
yeah. So, important lang yung parang sa exercise natin before, may list ka ng components na gusto mong ilagay, pero hindi naman kailangan ilagay mo na lahat. So, tama yung ginagawa mong pace, no? Kung ano lang yung kaya mong gawin, tsaka kung ano yung accessible sa'yo right now. So, wag ka ma-pressure na to execute lahat ng nasa plan agad. Ang maganda lang sa final submission mo is, kung gusto, pwede mo pa i-update to actually, is may vision ka. Although yung vision na yun is mag-evolve pa rin, no, as you encounter more challenges, tas sometimes nagiging pragmatic ka along the way. So mag-a-adjust yan. Pero don't be afraid na mag-draw initially. Kasi yung mga turo sa amin nila Bert nun, final output namin is just draw a map, no, kung anong gusto mong gawin. But not necessarily lahat yun ay mangyayari.
Okay.
Okay, so you can still update your assignment. So if you're not yet satisfied, pwede pa yan. Pero good start.
Yeah. It's the execution actually yung problema. For example, where do I get the funds for these kinds of projects?
Yeah.
But I know if it's to be created, or kanang if need talaga siya i-manifest, alam ko naman na may mga sources of abundance that I can try to tap. So like for example, yung mga training centers, I put that in my initial plan as siguro sa year 4 or year 5 pa mangyayari.
Yes.
But let's one step at a time.
Tama.
Yes.
Sandino, you have something to say before we move on to the next?
Yeah, I think sa initial na construction ng mga items, baka manggaling talaga sa inyo. Pero kapag may makikita na, usually, doon papasok, pwede mag-request ng mga items from the government. Sa DSWD ngayon, I think namimigay sila ng goats, which is, still, at least namimigay sila ng goats. Sa API, kapag malaki din yung area, pwede maka-rent site, and they usually
Siguro ang struggle ko lang with being kanang affiliated with ATI is parang mawawala rin yung freedom ko of trying to kanang, like for example, if the things that I want to teach in the future are more leaned on quantum agriculture, spiritual farming, and all that, parang mahirap siyang i-accredit sa ATI, and then I'll just be stuck in the things that they are familiar of.
Yes. Yun yung downside, unfortunately. Meron silang mga standards na it's not permaculture, but oh well.
Okay.
So that's one option. Pero
but I'll take that into consideration as parang pang stepping stone, pwede ba?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Sandino. Thank you, Annabelle. Next po si Mary.
Ay, hello sir. Paano ba mag-end?
I share screen.
Stop
sharing. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Ayan, si Mary ang next.
Hi, sorry, just unmuted. Hang on. Hi, good evening. So yeah, I'm what I have, just to introduce to everyone, what I have is a 1 hectare place that I initially wanted to do and still want to do as a citrus orchard, calamansi, and then so yeah, step by step, just like everyone, we are in the process. We acquired the land in 2022, and we are slowly trying to develop it. So yeah, I started with the water source first, infrastructure that's basic for planting. But there's no immediate plan to put a dwelling. personal dwelling for us, the owners, because the land is an inner lot. There's no actual right of way at the moment to actually reach the lot. But then again, I am already starting with developing the space. So from the first homework that I submitted from the first module, I already submitted a plan there, and then Mr. Peters suggested that I should diversify my crop, not stick to one crop, which I have considered, and I'm tomorrow actually I'm looking for other seedlings to plant. The thing is, now, well, I still have that same map, or what do you call this? What I submitted, because every time I am there at the place, I experience new things and I'm learning new things about the place. So I'm learning na, yun na nga, in the process of, like, the constraints of going on with the project, the weather conditions, the heat, the rain, and everything, where the water passes and everything. So I'm sticking to the same map, just adding different crops, as Mr. Peters first suggested before in the first homework. Yeah, that's it basically. So I'll be submitting, well, hopefully a better looking map, and then a better defined space, and then plus yeah, wait, I lost it. Aside from that, yeah, for the animals, it's step-by-step thing. It's a 5-year plan for me, so that's not definite. I'm just sticking to it as a starting plan. It's not definite. Whatever will happen around my surroundings there. So everything is going to change. And plus, I'm considering the what do you call this? This hazard hunter that
Yeah.
you taught us how to, because I'm worried about the hazards. That is the biggest worry that I have, because we don't live there. We're not close. I live in Manila, and the place is in Batangas. It takes 2.5 hours to reach the place for anything. And that is where I'm basing or locating all these things now for the hazards, because summer is gone. It's starting to rain. Now, do I need to tweak this? Where do I put the pond again? So I just need a bit more rain to know where the water flows again, that sort of thing. So I've been looking also in the Google Map Pro, where the water flows and the terrain. And I think from the start I knew where it was. Physically, when we visit during the rainy season. So I just think I need to submit a more defined map, or a map plan or design plan for you guys to see. And I didn't get a good grade from Mr. Peters during the business plan, but he says it might not be permaculture. But then again, I need the space. My priority is to grow my calamansi and my lemons and everything. So I need to maximize 3 by 3 meters. I want to focus on that than cramping the space with other things first. So I don't know if that's correct, or do I start with that yet, or do I just start throwing in things around? So that is I don't know. That's why I'm here.
Thank you. Go ahead, Bert.
Saglit lang ako. Kasi maipit lang ako sa scoring, that's okay. Wag mo na kukunin as a pero
Okay, but
mababa talaga siya mag-grade.
ang point ko talaga is, 'di ba, yung calamansi is one thing, pero
Yeah.
ano pa yung mga connecting crops? Kahit wala
I have bananas, I have mangoes. Today I harvested duhat. They're not sellable. My bananas are sellable. Because
Yeah.
I have
it's
my
it's
car
sellable.
is filled with bananas right now. I give
exactly
them
that.
away to my friends.
It's
So
only sellable if you do some food processing kasi
yeah, yeah,
yung saging and yung mga ibang crops din. So yung point ko is in routing your business since ikaw mismo nagsabi na wala kayo diyan. So it's a
yeah,
very remote farm. Ano yung mga kapit-bukid nyo na pwede mo i-involve diyan na parang makakaroon ng family of something.
yeah,
It's a little bit the same yung unang statement doon sa subdivision
yeah,
this is equally important na makakaroon ka ng a network of farming people willing to help
yes.
you out kasi remote.
I do have that. I do have that because surrounding my area are sugarcane fields, and most of these people are they're either tenants or they're really farmers. So they all in their own community, because there's only one person who lives there and he has his own version of his permaculture. He has an ilog there. That's where his water source is. He has his gulay. He has his, and every time I come and I discuss this with the other farmers, they know what I'm talking about. It's a whole community. Um, they're the ones who are like natuturuan ko sila not to stop doing the kaingin, especially near my property kasi nasunog na nga yung grass. So when they burn things, please don't do it here or make sure it's. But they're very, very, very receptive to this kind of design, this permaculture. Every time I describe to them, they're the map. They know what I do. They know they know what I was designing, and they know what they're getting. I'm getting at. There is a farmer there who is educated in UPLB, so he knows what I'm talking about. He knows about composting. Very near me, I am receiving chicken manure because there's a poultry next door and they're just giving it to me for free. And I was offering to pay, but they decided to just give me all these things for free. They know where to get what they call this. So in short, this community is very, very helpful and very excited to do the project with me because it's gonna be a first thing for them that they're really only into sugarcane, which is dying here in Batangas because the the
Yeah,
milling.
be careful kasi the next thing will be subdivision development. So
I
para
know, There's a 10-hectare place for
yeah.
sale in the
Exactly. So
frontage. So
the
yeah,
sooner you can work with your tenants that are at least makabigay mo rin
my
sila ng
neighbors.
access to help you to farm the land that you have.
Yes, yes.
Ang
And
at least
I have also been sharing with them what it sobrang Tagalog, the punla, the seedlings and everything. I've been giving them seeds also to also diversify their crop because I think I already told them I think their sugarcane fields are gonna go soon. So they need to diversify and they're very excited with the project that I'm doing. So I have a whole community with me and they're very receptive because they live in they've been tilling the land. So they know, ma'am, this is where the water flows and then this look at that. Oh, and I said, this is where we're going to put the pond because this is where we're going to put the rocks and the gravel to direct the water here. You know, those sort of things.
At least
And they know, and
supportive
they're
sila.
very yes. Matatanda na sila eh. Some are my age, middle age, but they're very supportive and some of them are educated. Yeah. So
Okay.
in that sense,
Okay.
I'm probably gonna make a clearer drawing.
Yes.
Hopefully,
Yes, please.
hopefully after the course we can still be in touch with you guys
Yes.
for future references.
Yes po.
Whatever happens, and I plan to visit Marikina and the Nueva Ecija site soon.
Okay.
welcome.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, si Shelby.
Hello po, good evening po.
Good evening.
I think I'm trying to change yung location din po kasi tinanong ko po last time pa if pwede po gamitin yung UPOU site. I was able to visit po yung permaculture garden po last 21, sakto po umulan. So nakita ko po saan po yung mga daloy ng
Nice.
water. So ang understanding ko po yung parang likod ng banana trees po mag-expand po doon tas hindi pa po
Yes.
siya na-designan. So plan ko po sana incorporate yung from my previous assignment po kasi yung sa Bataan I don't think na magiging feasible po siya to implement kasi nga po elderly na po yung grandparents ko tsaka hindi po as keen, kanya-kanya po kasi sila doon sa ano po nila sa place yung mga patayong projects at saka kung ano-ano pong gardening na ano po. But I'm taking into consideration din po yung isang farm ng friend ko po, if I may share. Malaki po kasi siya.
Go ahead po, go ahead.
Ito po kasi sa Coron area po siya. So medyo malaki po yung farm. And gusto niya po sana na supposedly gawing eco-tourism farm siya. Nag-start na daw po sila ng composting pero kasi since hindi una po sila parang temporary boundary pa lang po yan kasi yan lang yung parang na-trace out namin na land nila pero hindi pa po niya sa akin binigay exact details po sa coordinates. So parang ito pong area na to gusto niya pong gawin na hotel-ish na mga cabins at the same time po kasi ang tawag po dyan hilly siya na area. Parang gusto namin maglagay ng rice terraces-ish na permaculture garden po dito sa area po na to. Meron na po silang tenants. At ito po, 1, 2, and 3 po yung hill. Ito po pinakamataas niya at 15 meters po ata. So para gusto niya magkaroon ng gravity-fed na system para mag-water po dyan. So, yun po yung isang proposal namin na gusto actually niya po mag-enroll din sa next class nito sa permaculture. So, pag-uusapan po namin kung paano nila.
Okay.
Yan, no? Kaso nag-start na din po sila sa mga halaman po dito sa border na ano po sila, mga banana po. Tapos yung karamihan po is kamote at saka mga roots po yung ano nila, produce po nila dito.
Ito ba yung sasubmit mo sa course
Assign.
or
Supposedly po, in exchange po doon sa Bataan po na sinabit ko po before.
Okay. Sige, kung kaya mo pa. Sige.
Kahit itong area lang po yung, may pictures po kasi ako nito, itong area lang po sana ipropose namin. It's around, kasi yung entirety is 11 hectares pero sabi ko sa kanya, ang doable para sa akin siguro mga 1 to 2 hectares na contingent yung pwedeng na-assign.
If I may say something, no?
Yes.
I stayed in Coron for 10 years and I have been circling the whole islands. Ang sa akin personally, ang malungkot is yung maraming migrants na yon sa Coron na hindi masyadong maintindihan yung unique ecosystem ng area.
Yes.
So we keep on planting kamote, mais, things na hindi talaga
native po sa
native
Coron
sa area. So I would, if you really take this project, try to be respectful to the ecosystem, and don't start again cultivating what we see in Batangas or in Luzon or in Mindanao. Pero make it unique. But mind you, kasi that will also mean that if you do hotel there or anything else, sana yung mga guests na in-invite nyo, mag-adapt din sila dun sa local conditions. That's my culture. Kasi kung if you make it the same like any place in the Philippines, bakit ka pupunta pa sa Coron para mag-enjoy ka ng uniqueness? Isa sa mga bagay dyan, kurot yung mga fruit trees nila, yung mga vines, yung mga dami pang yaman na hindi mo makikita sa ibang lugar ng Pilipinas. Pero if we keep on developing it in the wrong way, mawawala din yung yaman na yan. So sana try to look into it. Ano yung mga local species, anong meron dyan na wala sa ibang lugar.
Actually, I was considering it po kasi parang one day lang din po kami nakaikot. Hindi din po kasi native nga po yung Tagaytay po kasi sila. Yung may-ari po na to. Kaya po parang translate lang nila yung Tagaytay na understanding nila to this. So sabi ko sa kanila, kaya kayo hindi nakaka-yield din kasi basically you're importing nga po yung mga species na tinatanim nyo dyan eh. So kailangan may buffer kayo na native or magtanim ng native na.
Iba na ng lupa, Shelby, na yung lupa ng Coron is parang payat siya. Ang yaman lang doon sa standing crop. So once na puputulin mo yan, may konting palayan, okay lang siya, pero konti-konti lang. So pag-aralan mo na lang yan. It's an interesting project. Kung gagawin mo na tama.
Yeah. Sandino, ikaw may advice ka for Shelby for the new project?
For the new project, kahit hindi naman detail, kahit kasi kung 11 hectares, that's big.
Yes po.
Mm.
Very big po.
So,
Actually,
kahit
karamihan po
yung
dyan,
zone
ito po,
1 na muna.
burnt area na po kasi ito eh. Parang
Mm.
sinasabi po namin na kung kakayanin pang i-restore nila. So,
Well,
ano,
Kung yung zone 1 yun naman ay pwede man kasi kung 11 hectares, i-bubble diagram mo na lang muna. This is forest. Big forest.
opo.
Tapos kung sa zone 1, doon kayo ma-focus, doon ka na muna magsimula mag-drawing ng details. Tapos kung burned out man, pero in the future, plano nyo magkaroon ng structure, at least dun sa dense area, kung balak nyo magkaroon ng structure, you don't need the best of soils para kung saan kayo mag-react ng structures.
Sige po.
Pwedeng mag-focus kayo sa other areas for your gardens. Identify nyo na muna kung saan yung best locations for housing, for
Right.
circulation, etc.
Ako ang mapapayo ko lang mag-spend ka pa ng more time dyan.
Yes po. Sabi ko
Oo.
nga po, balik na kami ulit eh. Tapos,
Oo.
try ko po bumili ng drone para makapag-picture na kami.
Totoo, yan, tama. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very
Okay,
much po.
thank you, Shelby. Okay, we have 15 minutes to go. Let's give the time to Mark and Trisha. Okay, Mark, can you go first? Okay, mukhang wala pa si Mark. Si Trisha na lang muna.
Hi everyone.
Hello, good
Yun
evening.
po yes, good evening po. Yung sa project master plan ko, medyo hindi ko pa siya na-finalize kasi talagang medyo naging busy kami dahil sa bagyo dito. Pero at least na-realize namin yung mga, kung ano talaga yung mahina sa bagyo, like yung mga saging. So, itong rainy season, balak na namin simulan itanim yung mga napunla kong previous years na mga native trees. So, uunahin muna ko itanim yung mga sa mga fence, like yung mga nara, kasi matagal yun bago lumaki. Bago namin talagang dahan-dahan namin i-develop yung site. Kasi dito sa Mahayhay, parang hindi talaga, wala pang may permaculture. So, doon ako nagginanahan gawin to and aralin kasi gusto ko siya i-promote sa mga kapwa dito na pwede siya na kahit sa gitna ng palayan. Kasi more on dito madami nagtatanim ng monocrop, may chemicals, ganun. So, wala talagang biodiversity. So, kaya medyo yun yung naging gusto kong i-promote dito na hindi masyado sa business side, more on sa experience and paano ka makakagawa ng forest dito kahit nasa palayan. So, yun yung project ko. So, yung sinend ko kasi through video nag-vlog ako dun sa place na sinubmit ko. Tapos, makikita doon na wala pa talaga siyang laman. Yung 1 hectare yung gusto namin i-develop. So, yun, isa pang disadvantage kasi is wala pa kaming bridge papunta dun sa lugar. So, isa pa siyang, siya sa parang extra effort sa amin na yung tag-ulan pag magtatanim kami. Pero yun, sisimulan namin sa fence, tapos after that, na fruit-bearing trees. Kasi in the near future, gusto rin namin incorporate yung mga stingless bees. Kasi nasaan na kami, may yung sinabi ko naman sa self-intro namin na nagde-develop kami ng stingless bees na yun, yung sa Sayonara Bee Farm. So, medyo meron kaming konting experience kung paano namin ilalagay dun sa bagong site. So, ganun ko siya, dadahan-dahanin namin siya i-develop. Parang nakikita ko in 10 years tong plan namin eh. Na, kasi syempre, bago kami mag-incorporate ng bees, kailangan fruit namumulaklak na lahat ng mga puno para hindi sila mag-collapse. So, yun. So, isi-share ko lang yung bala kong, hindi detalyado masyado yung yung sinubmit kong, yung photos. Yan, medyo may comment pa si sir. Pero yan. So, basically, yung house na balak namin ilagay is nasa center siya nung lugar. So, yun nga, yung sa gate, makikita po na from sa kalsada pa yan eh. So, malayo, gagawa pa kami ng bridge. Tapos dun sa water source, nakita ko na tumataas pala yung tubig dito sa may area na malapit kung saan namin ilalagay yung bridge. So, malamang dapat kapantay nung kalsada yung magiging, yung tutumbukan po na lupa para mataas yung bridge niya kasi baka mamaya mabaha din po. So talagang ang focus ko is like magtayo ng mga windbreakers. Yun yung sa mga side po, mga native trees. So ito, na-observe ko nung sobrang lakas ng bagyo dito sa Mayhay nung Monday. Ang magandang mga ano is like Nara, Pile, hindi siya talaga tumumba. Yambo, Katmon. Kasi like yung mga durian po namin, Lagundi, Aratilis, lahat bumigay yun. Banana, wala. As in, ano talaga po, pag mayabo lalo na yung lupa, bumibigay po talaga yung puno. So yun, maganda rin na nakita ko siya. So mas magfo-focus ako sa Nara, yung mga native trees po, Nara,
Buti.
Katmon, Ipil, yeah. Mulave ko may makukuha ng po seedlings. Pero more on kasi gusto ko hindi, as much as possible, hindi po bumili ng seedling. So kukuha ko ng mga buto, ipupunla ko po siya. So yun. Yung Katmon, mahirap po eh. So kailangan talaga siyang bilhin. Kasi sa Kaliraya pa siya nabibili. Wala po dito sa sa area namin sa Mahayhay. So there. So yung mga inisip ko po yung veggies, hindi ko siya i-greenhouse kasi based sa naging bagyo, bumigay din lahat halos ng merong greenhouse dito. So bala ko i-raise bed ko na lang po siya. Tapos yung sa pond, yun po, dun ko saan po yung pinaka nagbaksak ng tubig, dun ko po siya balak ilagay. Para tapos gagawa ko ng mini pond na papunta doon. Parang ganun. Ganun siya naiisip. Tapos yun. Tapos around po, yung mga fruit-bearing trees, palibot lang siya. So parang pabilog po namin siya i-design yung area. So yun, sir. Medyo hindi nga lang po siya specific.
Oo.
Yun. Yun po
Magandang
yung
malapat mo yan sa tingnan mo siya sa Google Earth.
Oo nga po, sir. Wala. Sir, ngayon nga wala pa rin kami internet data.
Wala pa rin.
Oo,
Grabe,
tapos
no?
nagkakaroon lang po namin ng ilaw nung kahapon. Kaya
Oh
medyo
my.
naapektuhan po talaga kami dito sa
Okay.
Mahay. Medyo malakas.
Well, ang maganda sa experience mo ay nakaranas ka ng disaster.
Opo.
So,
Saka
Siguro-
sobrang lakas
siguro-
na hangin.
Siguro,
Lalo
Trish,
na sir, pang open yung lugar, ang lakas talaga. As in, ang lakas talaga ng hangin.
kawawa yung mga durian o gusto ko na bibili sa
Opo. Durian saging po.
napakita mo sa video. Pero it shows you na durian ay hindi naman native sa Luzon. Yan ang dahilan dahil hindi siya matibay sa bagyo.
Opo.
Maraming prutas naman doon sa Mahayhay at Lugban area. I think also maganda din na mag-explore ka naman ng mga natural areas. Kasi halimbawa yung katmon na very prevalent sa inyo is yung katmon kalabaw, yung malaki. Hindi yung katmon sa tabing dagat. Which is yung na parati pinapakita sa internet. So try to influence yourself. Don't get swayed by the influencers on internet. Go and explore yung mga native areas na malapit sa farm mo and check kung anong klaseng puno na nandun, ano pa natibay, ano pa na standing, and then prioritize them. Yes, kamagong is a way to go kasi very very matibay at mapuno at maprutas din siya. So halimbawa lang yan eh. Pero go and work alongside that. If ever na babalikan mo pa rin yung durian, make sure na shelter siya talaga. As much as possible. So, I would say yung greenhouse, dahil binanggit mo, connect mo na lang sa bahay. Parang wag mo na gawin na greenhouse. Kasi malit na outgrowing and then lagay mo agad sa bedding. Kasi yung klima sa Mahayhay, medyo maganda naman panggulay eh. Diba? Fresh ko naman ang klima nyo. So, yeah. Sige. And then
Very
siguro
good, very good.
yung main product mo pa rin is yung stingless bees, diba? Yung honey. So, you support that system para at least may pagkain sila at may pollinating material din sila.
Opo. Pag sir, nakabisita kayo sa Mahayhay, daan po kayo dito.
On the way to Lubani, di ba? Dadaan ka sa Mahayay.
Opo. Sila sir, malapit lang UP, LB.
Oo nga.
Sige,
Yung
sige.
isang teacher natin dyan, taga Mahayhay, si Sir Emil. Kilala mo si Sir Emil?
Apo. Pero
Okay, yun.
pagsangan po siya, sir.
Ay, Pagsanhan, oo.
Apo.
Kabilang ano siya.
Oo, kabila po. Binaha din sila, sir, eh.
Binaha
Sobrang baha.
din.
Mm.
Okay, Sandino, have any advice for Ma'am Tricia?
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting yung magkaka-overlap fruits. Parang ang design ay livestock, bees, and then garden, livestock, bees, and then fruit trees. So pwede naman sila at least yung fruit trees and livestock and bees, pwede sila nag-overlap para maganda yung idea na magkadikit and accessible yung greenhouse, yung tambayan ng goats, tambayan ng chickens, and other livestock. Pero pwede naman kasi sila mag-roam around. Lalagyan lang ng fence, tapos it can be under the orchard. Optional lang. Para tipid sa space and condensed. In terms of bees, wala naman. Basta 1,000 square, basta malaki yung area and dito flowering. Okay. Malaki naman pati yung space all around. Wala naman natin with pesticides to the neighbors.
Wala naman. Gusto ko din, sir, malaki na yung puno para may buffer. Just in case mag-spray sila ng pala.
Yes. Yun.
Yeah.
That's
Opo. Tapos siguro yung bees sa gitna mismo ng area para yung flight distance niya hindi na pupunta dun sa
totoo sa mga flight distance.
kasi
totoo
250 sir ang 250 meters ang kaya ng stingless eh. So yun, medyo na lang po anuhin siya.
Parang paikot, may radius.
Apo, radius.
Nice.
Okay. Thank you, Tricia. Okay,
Thank you
last
po.
one.
Yeah.
Good luck. Si Mark. Mark, you have something to share? Baka mahina ang connection ni Mark.
Nasa Southern Luzon din siya.
Baka, oo. Actually, yung ibang parts ng Laguna walang kuryente eh. Nag-red alert yung grid namin eh. Sa Tandang Santa Rosa, Binyan, walang kuryente. Anyway, we have 4 minutes. Any last words, Bert and Sandino, para sa ating mga learners dito sa ating last Zoom session before they finish their final project? Go ahead, Sandino, then Bert.
Okay.
Okay, sige. I think paggamit nyo naman yung mga pinadala. Thank you para sa mga submission. Tapos, I think magagamit nyo din yung mga pinadala namin previously and mga YouTube. You can just check it out. Kung paano sinolve ng other properties yung some of the problems that we're facing. Baka kasama na yun sa kwento nila. Tapos, I think maganda yung ganitong platform para malaman ng kaklase ninyo kung ano yung same problems na kinakaharap nila. So, yeah, and looking forward kami dun sa development ng projects ninyo from na hindi lang siya purely garden, kundi meron din siyang health and entrepreneurial sides and community sides. So, it's a nice exercise. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandino. Bert?
Siguro, starting words lang sa akin kasi nagsisimula na sila eh. Pero it's a process. Wag kayo masyadong anong tawag yan, takot or siyempre first time naman and then purong online lang tayo eh. Pero just do it. Make mistakes pero subukan nyo na rin na hindi masyadong mabigat yung kamalian. So siguro dahil sa yung content ng course may giya naman kayo eh. Pero dare to do it. Wag mo na ipasa sa iba. I think importante sa inyong kamay muna yung gawain ng project. Para unti-unti pwede mo na ipasa sa mga kasamahan nyo, sa mga iba't ibang farmers sa paligid. Pero importante din na may kayo na magiging beacon sa project eh. So be inspired and sana hindi mawawala yung passion nyo sa sa mga gawain. You get that passion from permaculture kasi siguro that's the way Tricia makes her videos. No, it's a nice way to look at it na be excited dun sa mga nakikita mo sa paligid. And then build on that kasi marami pang pwedeng gawin. So good luck sa mga susunod na buwan at taon. At kung may panahon, we will visit each other. Yan ang maganda. Para meron tayong meaningful tourism din.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bert.
Ay, tapos
Eh,
idagdag
sige,
ko
go
lang din
ahead.
pala dun sa
Go ahead.
may naalala ko dun sa sinabi ni Sir Bert. Tama yun na i-drawing tapos start kasi and we would suggest na i-drawing nyo na muna. Mas mura magkamali sa papel kaysa magkamali sa construction. So, as many drawings and papers as you can, mas mura yun hanggat kapag confident na sa small scale experiments.
Yeah. Tsaka pwede nyo i-consult sa amin, no, even after the course, yung mga drawings, yung mga maps. Actually, may mga past students na nagtatanong pa rin. Okay lang yun kasi start lang naman tong course ng inyong perma journey. Also, welcome din kayo sa PPA office, kanila Bert, sa Cabiao, sa PRI. Ano pa bang pwede lang puntahan, Berts? Yung mga projects mo,
Yeah.
kung kaya nilang pumunta.
Marami masyado eh.
Marami masyado.
Sa Marikina muna at siya sa Cabiao.
Marikina muna.
And
Oo.
then PPOU, parang at least
Yeah.
medyo malapit lang sa Luzon.
Sa amin, sa UPOU, pwede kayong mag-drop by kasi especially kung matapos na tong course, so considered na kayong alumni, so you can go to the garden anytime. And then, nandun kami, nandun yung staff to help you, nandun yung mga resources. Kasi learning laboratory yung Perma Garden, so you're always welcome there if you need help. So open yung doors namin dyan. And then yun, sabi nga ni Bert na wag kayo mawala ng fire or ng desire to continue designing lang. Especially now na we're facing heat waves, typhoons, water shortage, power shortage. Ang dami natin kailangang paghandaan.
Shortage.
Okay? Yeah. Ang dami. Food shortage, ang dami. So yung work natin ngayon as designers, it's more important than ever. So very timely yung inyong pag-enroll sa course na to kasi crucial yung role nating permaculture designers ngayon. Okay, so let's take a group photo muna before we end. Okay, can you open your camera? Okay. Okay, ready na ba? Wala talaga si Mark. Okay lang. Okay.
Maybe.
1. Okay. Kuha ko ba? Nakuha ko? Okay. Thank you, everyone. So, have a good evening.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you
luck.
po.
Thank you
Happy
po.
weekend.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.